major projects under the Federal Ministry of Works and 5 significant projects in the FCT. All right, that's something, right? Now, no fewer than 4 persons reportedly died in Riming, Auzinawa, Ungogo, local government area of Kano State, following a clash between residents of the area and security operatives during a demolition exercise. Now, police spokesperson Abdullahi Kiyawa, a superintendent of police, SP, confirmed the incident to Newsman. Souls rest in peace, by the way. Now, the Ogun State government has slammed Oba Abdul Semiu Adewale Ogunjobi, the Olorile of Orile Ifo, with 6 months suspension for engaging in conduct not befitting the status of an Oba. Now, the decision was reached after the Kabiyesi and his victim were invited by Commissioner, Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs for interrogation. Okay. The Central Bank of Nigeria's foreign exchange FX from authorized dealers at the Nigerian foreign exchange markets initially said to expire on January 31, 2025. The arrangement will now remain in place until May 30 of 2025. But I should also bring something about a traditional ruler somewhere in what state now? Edo State. Yes, Udo Igware, His Royal Igweven, local government area of Edo State, has been kidnapped. Yes, he was reported to have been kidnapped out of forest between Ubiaja by the Rest House Junction and Udo community. He was reportedly ambushed by the gunman who shot an Okada rider dead before kidnapping the traditional ruler. Somebody just, while we're having a conversation yesterday with a close friend, and she said to me, you know what, UD? What scares me in this country now is that when we hear death, somebody died, or we see a dead body on the road now, people be like, it's one of those things. Does it happen again? There is no tingle, there is no feeling, there is no thoughts, there's no fear, there's no, hey, for real? There's nothing like that. We're okay. Now, somebody would say to you, is this not an Okada rider? How much respect now has been given to this Okada rider? He's the only mentioned because he was probably at the scene, or the one who was giving the Oba, no, not the Oba now, this Royal Highness a ride. Now he's dead, he's gone. Traditional ruler kidnapped. That's what it is, right? But I just hope that due diligence will be put into this one, and of course we get to recover at least the one that's still living, the traditional ruler, right? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu now has signed a bill establishing Federal University of Environmental Technology, Ogoni. The president signed the bill into law at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, on Monday. Now, the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, has suspended its planned nationwide protest against the recent 50% hike in telecom tariffs approved by the Nigerian Communications Commission. Now, the briefing newsman on Monday night in Abuja, president of the NLC, George Aero, said the suspension was to allow for negotiations with the federal government. Now, it makes us wonder again. I mean, myself and Omefe, we had this discourse yesterday. And Omefe had asked the question. Omefe, in case you're just tuning in, my colleague, right? My very good dear colleague. Yeah. So, yeah, she had asked the question, UD, are there no other ways that we can indeed have this conversation, get these two parties to, having a solid conversation and seeing how they can ameliorate or rework certain, parts of their arrangements and agreements and stuff like that. And I'd said, maybe in times past antecedents has shown that when you're going to a round table, try to talk negotiation, it just doesn't work, because we still go back to the same drawing board, and it makes us wonder what exactly we've been drawing. Take, for example, ASU and the federal government. The 2019 agreement that they keep talking and hammering on. Is it 2019 or 20? It's a long time. That's the point. Every time ASU keeps telling the federal government, remember the 2019 agreement. Remember remember. But I mean, could it be due to successive power change or government or leadership that we've been seeing a stalling in this regard? Is it possible that we don't have the monies to indeed fund and bring to our universities to a healthy status quo? Well, we cannot say. But they're still at the drawing board, and every now and then, when ASUU is pinched here and there, or they face one difficulty or the other, this is not to also remove them from the equation. They also have their own blame and all of that. But then we get pinched, they just come aboard again. Oh, we are going on a strike. We're going on a strike. And then before you know it, again, a little money is being, thrown out. Everybody is, shaking hands. And we're fine. Does it even help us in this country? But well, let's just see. Negotiations now. Some would have said negotiations first would have worked before we come to the place of saying, oh, we're coming to a protest. But it seems the system now is like, go to the protest. Threaten the protest first, and then the negotiations will come. Oh, Lord. Negotiations will come. Oh, come on. And it makes you wonder, is this a mind game or what? But anyways, that is what it is. It's a step in the right direction. They're having a negotiation, and we are hoping that this negotiation will come into fruition. But a Kano State High Court on Monday sentenced 5 men to death by hanging for calling a woman, Dahare Abukar, 67, a witch and stabbing her to death. Really? The defendants now, Daluta Ibrahim Abdulaziz Yahaya, Faisal Yahaya, Ibrahim Abdul, and Ayuba Abdul Rahman were convicted on a charge of culpable homicide. 71 or 67? Stabbing her to death? Then you call her a witch? Oh, Lord. Nigeria and the Ugandan governments have strengthened trade relations following the appointment of the Ugandan Trade Representative Annie Bassi Eyo to Nigeria, marking a step in implementing the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. According to a statement now, the appointment preceded the signing of commitment export orders, paving the way for Uganda's first official shipment of goods to Nigeria. Is it the same Uganda that we have Ebola? Well, I'm trying to understand. But the Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to pay 1.12 billion naira in compensation to the family of one Mike Madu killed by an INEC driver in Imo State. Now, Justice Inyang Ekwo, in a judgment on Friday, ordered INEC to pay 1.12 billion naira with 10% of interest per annum from the date of the judgment until the final or full payment is made. Okay, some justice now being served in that regard. Right, now let's jump into the front page of the Nigerian newspaper. Did I see somewhere where the president had made one solid statement? Something about impeachment? Okay, when I do find it, I will bring you up to speed in on that one, and we will indeed get to hear it. Okay, I think I found it now. But yeah, well, whilst that is loading and we're putting that together, right, I don't want to mince words. You have no power to order my impeachment. Tinubu tells courts. All right, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has asked the Federal High Court in Abuja to dismiss a suit that is seeking to compel the National Assembly to initiate impeachment proceedings against him over alleged rights violation. Well, it does seem as the plaintiff in a suit that as the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Prince Lateef Fagbemi San as the second defendant is seeking 6 principal reliefs from the court. Now, he urged the court to declare that the alleged persistent suppression of peaceful protest organized by Nigerian citizens by the President Tinubu-led administrations amounts to an impeachable offense. Okay, alrighty. However, though, in a joint preliminary objection they filed against the suit, both President Tinubu and the AGF queried the local standing legal rights of the plaintiff to institute the action. All right, let's get into some more action this time, but this one will be from the front page of Nigerian newspapers. About 6 of them is what we have on here, so get ready because we will indeed be throwing it, into your audiovisual consciousness now. Nigerian Tribune newspaper, the big story, looking at me, I'm looking right back, page 3. 7 policemen shot, scores wounded in Osun Obaship crisis. It's got 2 riders now. 4 of our youths killed. SRK community alleges. The second rider, Adeleke, orders arrest, prosecution of perpetrators, sponsors. All right, that is what's going on in Osun State. But the National Assembly may pass 2025 appropriation bill this week. Page 4 is holding that story. Now to page 27 now. Oyo government inaugurates 25-member coronation committee for Alaafin. All right, Oba Owade to be crowned April 5. That's the writer for that story. Page 27 has that story. Now to page 3, looking popular if you ask me. Kogi Court sacks Ohinoi of Ebiraland. All right. To page 8 now, at the base of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Ogoniland gets Federal University of Environmental Technology. All righty. And to page 6, oil and gas. That's the kicker. Nigeria earned $831.1 billion US dollars in 24 years, lost 701.48 billion barrels of crude. Naiti is saying that one on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Says presidential panel's work on implementation of PIA inconclusive. Second writer, solid mineral still contributes less than 1% to GDP. Okay, now let's get still at the base. Page 27 now. FEC approves 4.2 trillion naira for major infrastructure projects across Nigeria. A couple of riders follow now. Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway gets 1.334 trillion naira. Lagos Ibadan Expressway Phase 2 Section 1 allocated 195 billion naira. Then 159.5 billion naira infrastructure project approved by FEC. Just above the Nigerian Tribune newspaper banner now, we see this one. Page 4, PSC. Police Service Commission didn't order IGP's retirement. Commission is saying that. Now, assault is a kicker now. Ogun government suspends monarchs for 6 months. All right, page 4 holds that story. To the Guardian newspaper now. Trade war. Nigeria braces for impact as U.S. tariffs signal fresh inflation concern. Lord have mercy. All right. Nigeria braces for impact as U.S. tariffs signal fresh inflation concern. Page 6 is holding that story down, written in red, understandably so. And it's got a breakdown. Experts fear new wave of global inflation, weakened Naira. And this Yusuf is a kicker now. Nigeria can expand, deepen trade with other partners. And the last writer I'm seeing here, we are open to new partners, says Trade Minister. We always wait for all of these showdown before our eyes become open, right? But yes, that's what it is. But let's go to page 8 now. Court sentences ex-police inspector to death for murder in Lagos. Crude oil import may persist amid permit revocation. Naira for crude reversal. All right. And page 3 is holding that story down. I take you to page 3 again. FEC approves 4.8 billion naira for HIV treatment amid U.S. aid suspension. All right. Page 3 is really looking popular too. Page 15 now. Electricity subsidy may hit 2.4 trillion naira this year. And NCAA summons Kenya Airways over complaints, maltreatment, row. Page 5. I see this one here. It says, mother seeks justice over son's alleged assault by Abia Varsity Security. Page 8. Looking really popular now. And at the base, ex-NHIS boss arraigned, remanded over alleged 19 million naira fraud. Page 5. And that would be all with the Guardian newspaper. All right, now we'll see this one on here, the Daily Trust newspaper. But just before I bring the Daily Trust newspaper to you, you should know that this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. We call this the Pages. You call it the newspaper review, whatever the nomenclature it may be. It is about the doings, and the doing this time is with the Daily Trust newspaper. And we look at a big story on the front page. National Assembly resumes today to accelerate tax reform bills. And you'd find that one on page 5. Condemnations trial as ex-NHIA boss pleads not guilty. Page 3. And to page 6. At 125, you get 6. Nigeria, others to get 150 billion euros EU fund. All right. And to page 7 now, NLC suspends protest over telco's tariff hike. World Cancer Day, we've become burden to our families. Patients are saying that. Oh, so sorry about that. But we see 2 writers do that. And you'd find this one, Nigeria records over 79,000 of cancer deaths annually. And the second one, more treatment centers soon. Federal government is promising. That story you'd find on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. At the base now of the Daily Trust newspaper, you'd find this one. It says, court sacks Ohinoyi of Ebira land. Alrighty. And let's move away now from the Daily Trust newspaper and the Vanguard newspaper. Very colorful this time. I don't know. Why do I see women? Delta women protest incessant attacks by herdsmen. Oh no. Delta women protest incessant attacks by herdsmen. Alrighty. You see that one on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper today. Okay, let's just go above the Vanguard newspaper banner, the heights, the apogee, the peak, the zenith, the top of it. Federal government paying over 200 billion naira monthly as electricity subsidy. Presidential aid is saying that. Page 9, you'd find that one. To page 32, you have no power to order my impeachment. Tinubu tells court. Page 32 is holding that story down. To page 7 now. Tinubu, Sanwo-Olu, Peter Obi, Davido congratulates Thames on Grammy win. Some congratulations right there. I give it to her. Yes, I give it to her. She has been very hardworking. Very, very hardworking. But let's still go to this one. Is on page 9. Emefiele's trial is the kicker. CBN's vehicle contract follow due process. Witnesses saying that now. Federal government bans export of crude set aside for local refiners. There's a big story now on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper as Nigeria's oil output rises 7.38% to 1.667 million barrels per day. All right, it's got a couple of riders to it now. Dangote, Port Harcourt, Warri, other refineries need 770,500 barrels per day, and UPRC is saying that bold step will impact nation's economy. CPPE experts are saying that. Interventions long overdue. Professor Wumi is saying that now. Even Dr. Zakai is saying that oil prices leap to $76.45 per barrel on supply fears. And the last writer, oil output has improved. Lokobiri is saying that one now. And to this one, page 32, telco's tariff hike, labor shelves protest. Federal government sets up 10-man committee to thrash issues. Okay, where were these committee members before now? Suddenly, they all get set up. I don't know. Very reactionary, aren't we? Now, Edo Governor Poll Tribunal, PDP Igodalo closed case with 19 witnesses. Page 14. PDP crisis, Ude Okoye's camp kicks as Anyanwu resumes office at National Secretariat. All right, page 8 is holding that story down. To page 37 for the sport lovers now. WCQ, MNK gives Super Eagles 50% chance. All right, and that will be all with the Vanguard newspaper. Is there anything different for the Nation newspaper now? Okay, I'll just look for that one that is quite different for the Nation newspaper. Right here with the Nation newspaper, we see this one. It says, health sector gets $1 billion for human capital development. Okay, 4.8 billion naira for HIV/AIDS treatment. Nigeria braces for impact of U.S. policy shift in aid. And seeing this one here, Nigeria will reduce external borrowing at Duntel's World Bank. All right, that story is continued on page 4, and the previous story is continued on page 2. And we find this one on page 2 continuing to as well. Federal government subsidizing electricity electricity with 200 billion naira monthly. That's a huge. PSC never directed IG Egbetokun's retirement. Page 25. Southeast monarchs abolish Eze Ndigbo title outside Igbo land. Page 6 is holding that story down. Something quite different now. Geregu makes 137 billion naira. Pat up by 71%. Okay, declares dividend of 21.25 billion naira. Okay, story continued on page 2, and if you ask me, page 2 is quite the popular one. All right, and to the Punch newspaper, just to the side of the Punch newspaper, local government autonomy, NULGE, NULGE, cautions CBN against colluding with governors, may hire auditors. Page 2. And we see this one here. Telecom tariff hike, NLC halts protests as federal government plans review panel. And page 2 is holding that story down. It's got one rider to it. Labour leader Ajero insists committee's report will determine Congress's next step. Cyber terrorism. Court remands 42 Chinese Filipinos. Orders $222,729 for feature. Cyber terrorism. Court remands 42 Chinese Filipinos. Orders $222,729 or $1,000 for feature. Okay, page 7, we find that one. Makinde demands diligence as Oyo gears up for Alafin's coronation. All right, police grill Ogun Power drunk monarch suspended for 6 months. And that will be all with the front pages of Nigerian newspapers this morning. All right, we'll just go pay some bills. We'll be right back in a short bit. Go on a recess, that is. And remember, we'll be right back. And when we do, it will be about you, giving your voices and making them heard.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Looking for a professional event planner in Abuja and its environs, but don't know how to go about it? Eagles FM got you covered. Call us today and let's help you fix that event that will leave you with evergreen memories. Call 081-5791-7278. I take it again, 081-5791-7278. Thank you.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just
20,000 naira?
Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. For more inquiries, call 090-9984-4433. 090-9984-4433. Hurry now.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Okay, so we're back from recess now and engaging with you on the pages this morning. Number is 0907-353-0044 or 0908-766-8888. And the WhatsApp portal number is 0909-705-4450. Taking this call. Hello and good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, GB. Welcome aboard.
Yes, my name is GB calling from Live Camp.
Awesome, GB. Talk to us, GB.
The NSC suspend the strike.
Yes, please.
That's the honest thing to do.
Okay.
If you have followed my comment on them, you know that there's no way they will go on that strike. I mean, they just use the government negotiation or the government as a cover-up. You know, that strike is not called up, it's dialogue. I mean, you have to dialogue. You know, every time you show combatant, you want to show that you are combatant, you can fight, we can. No. Everything is dialogue. Because once the same NSC member who were part of NSC in communication, they said, we are not part of this strike, another thing will not go ahead. Because they will come again. they will disturb you. They will work against them. So it's like a house divided against itself. I mean, so saying demand that that strike will be suspended because your own union members saying, look, we are not part of this strike. We are divided already. I think when you get it. And Ajero is from that section of the union, electronic communication union. So if somebody says, look, we are not part of you, then you know that it has failed from the beginning. It's down, you negotiate. They can still come to 45 or 30 or 20%. They don't say at all, it will not happen because you are the one that asked for salary increment, minimum wages. And the same industry is saying, okay, we want to implement minimum wages, then we need to make profit. And they say, no, then you can't eat your cake and have it. Because if the telecom industry say, okay, we will not implement minimum wages, the same Nigeria will call for strike, will call for protest. Are you getting me? So that's it. Then importation of crude oil will still continue. Yes, because we are generating about 1.6 to 1.7 million barrels per day. Dangote needs 650 million thousand barrels per day, which like we are generating. NNPC also need their own. And the NOC, I mean the NOC and the IOC and other who are already having customer backlog of order. How do they meet up? Even US today see import the crude oil into their country because they need to meet up with the demand. So there's nothing if they go take import into the country. And that naira to dollar will not work again because
naira to crude.
If Dangote is importing about 60% of the demand, he will sell at the rate he's importing. He will not consider the amount government is giving him. So it's of no use.
Okay,
so
JB.
He should buy at general price in dollar.
All right, JB.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate that one. Now, JB has given us 2 cents. What will be yours right there and on here? 0907-353-0044. Taking this call now. Hello and good morning.
Hello, you there. Good morning.
Oh, good morning to you, Abdul.
My name is Abdul, calling from Suleja, Nigeria State.
Exactly. Talk
Hi,
to us.
Samuel this morning.
She is very well, I'm sure.
Thank God for that.
Thank you.
UD.
Yes, please.
I only want to contribute on this Ebola issue. The federal government should take every step to make sure that this Ebola didn't enter Nigeria. Because we know what we experienced, I think, in 2014. We don't want that type of thing to happen again in this country. That will come and spoil our economy again. People will sit at home. They will say you should not go out. And some people, if they didn't go out in a day, they will not be able to feed their family. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
God bless
Abdul.
Nigeria and God bless Eagle FM.
Appreciate that one from you. All right, Abdul right there. Now taking this one. All right, that's a miss, though. Keep the calls coming through. And keep in mind that you can get on through the WhatsApp portal number and let us into your 2 cents. You can send a message right there and on there. And please, if you're typing a message, don't take it so long. Just be straight to the point and all of that. Keep it short and simple. If you're sending a voice note via the WhatsApp portal, it has to be 1 minute 30 seconds or at most 1 minute 35 seconds. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
My dear Udo Daniel.
Good morning to you, please.
My name is John from Suleja.
John from Suleja. Appreciate. Good to hear from you.
How are you today?
I'm lovely. Thank you.
Udo, I want to ask.
Yes, please.
That NLC, is it protest or strike? Let me know.
Well, I think it's a protest. It's a protest.
So somebody come here and telling you about that going to strike, it will not stand, it will not. Let us clarify this thing. Sometimes you correct us, so you correct all these people so that they don't come here and misinform people.
All right, protest.
Yes?
Protest.
This is what I want to know.
Okay, it's a protest.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate. All right, John, right there, some clarification. All right, appreciate that one from you, John. And yes, we are clarified now. It's not a strike, it's a protest, okay? All right, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Barrister Daniel.
Good morning to you, please, Apostle.
Yes, Apostle Osola from the line.
All right, where are you calling from? Apple?
I'm calling from Apple. Damangaza Apple.
Okay, Damangaza Apple. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So my take this morning is that this time without number, kidnapping, killing, or whatever that is happening in our country. I'm in every problem, before the problem occurs, there must be a sequence solution. All those people that are committing all these crimes, and even all those that they have apprehended, that they deal with them with the way the law of the land is supposed to deal with them. You will see that those that are still planning to do such a thing, they will run back. Very many kidnappers that the law enforcement agency, the court have sentenced to death. None of them they have carried out the sentence. They will be looking for the governor to come and sign. That's why people continue. Today I heard that somebody that has killed many people are looking for state pardon, federal pardon, whereby kill many people in towns where those Boko Haram or whatever, the army men have apprehended, and the now state government looking to pardon them. We cannot go ahead. We cannot forge ahead if we don't have. If we couldn't keep our law. These people will continue doing all these things. It's not helping us. Another thing is that I don't know the agency that are controlling this drug called. I don't know what this drug that they call this our young boys are taking.
Okay.
They take it and misbehave it. They wouldn't know that committing crime is against God and against humanity. So this NDLEA,
NAFDAC, and all of them, yeah.
They have to come stopping all those youth that, because when they take all this drug or whatever, they will be misbehaving, doing all manner of things. That substance that are pushing them to do all this manner of things.
All right.
Daniel, thank you. God bless you for a good work.
Apostle.
My name remains Apostle Osola, aka Nwoke Nenwe in Abuja. God bless you.
Nwoke Nenwe. Okay. Nwoke Nenwe. I'll get that one well. All right. Let's take this one now. Good morning to you.
Good morning,
Good morning to you, please.
My name is Chinonso.
Chinonso from Suleja. All right. Chinonso, welcome aboard. Talk to us.
All right. I want to talk about yesterday, when you and Domus was talking about NLC and our Nollywood, I told you that our Nollywood, they are doing much better than NLC. As in, you can predict NLC before the day late, they will come up with a breaking news, just like almost 3 years today. Suspend this one, that one. We know that one. So I want to talk about the S-Men. And by the way, thank you, Mr. John from Suleja, because sometimes in this platform, there are people that always say like they want to make up on everything. We don't know, other callers don't know everything. You read a lot, you know a lot. This, that. It's informing people, telling people. Thank you very much, Mr. John, for that clarification. It's a process, not a strike. I want to talk about S-Men. These S-Men are coming up again, killing people. The other day it was in Ebony, State. Today again in somewhere in Yorubaland. Other governments, you know what they do to these S-Men. They are taking more than can choose. Thank you very much.
All right, Chinonso, I get that. Appreciate. All right, well, we'll just scribble this one in now. Hello and good morning.
Dr. Barista.
Hey, Obasanjo, good morning.
God bless your heart, Barista.
Bless you more, Obasanjo. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Amali, Niger State.
Talk to us, Obasanjo.
Stress. Tie. Although our brother, yes, that is his own opinion, will continue, but what I'm begging Nigeria is the problem of us. The problem of us is too much. We don't even read. So, if we even read it, either we read Quran or we read book, we'll turn it upside down. Or what we are, sexually. I don't know whether Jesus or Muhammad will come from sectionally. In the real democracy that we are talking about, if we are not happy with what is happening in Nigeria, we can change. We are the owner of that change. Nobody, the government cannot do. They should stop and campaign. They should stop campaigning now. We are the one. I don't know whether the Bible came with the sectionally or the Quran come with the sectionally. It's our problem. It's our biggest problem in this country. And it don't to this. I don't know when Americans do sectionally. Or Donald Trump come from the south, or Donald Trump come from the southeast, or Donald Trump come from the north, or Donald Trump come from the west. Some great countries are developing. Come on, South Africa, Ghana, yeah. I don't know where John Dramani come from. Is it from the north? Afabua come from where? We don't even know. This is our biggest problem in Nigeria. We the poor. When election come 2027 now, you will see. No, we prevent Southwest to go. We prevent let Southern to go. And we are receiving the pain, all the same pain from the south down to the north. Or either from the north down to the south. All of us are receiving that pain. All of us are clamoring. All of us can no longer pay fees. All of us cannot pay house rent.
All right,
all of us cannot eat.
Obasanjo, which of the headlines are you hinging this on?
I am hinging this one is for the protest.
Okay.
That GB usually come up on board. Supporting this.
Obasanjo, leave GB out of it. Just speak your mind, okay? Leave GB. That's his own thought, so let it be.
Yes, that is what I said, the barrister from the first state. I said he has his own opinion to say it, and we allowed him to say it, and democracy allowed it to. But our main problem is
ourselves.
We the poor. Yes, we the poor masses of this country. Tinubu is not doing anything that warrant us to vote for him. But when the election comes, they will say, no, Southerners. That is why I make an example with Donald Trump and John Dramani.
All right, Obasanjo, thank you, appreciate. All right, Obasanjo right there, giving his own 2 cents on it. But let's get on to the WhatsApp portal and see what you are saying via WhatsApp portal this morning. Okay, I see a couple of messages this morning. Alrighty, and this one here starts from here. Okay, but just before we get onto the WhatsApp portal message now, let's get onto the Facebook page wall. If you didn't know before, now you should know that we are hosting a globally accepted and internationally beautified television station, and it would be at Eagles FM Abuja. All right, so go on YouTube now, subscribe, and let's grow the family. Also comment where it is you're watching from. Do the same with Facebook at Eagles FM Abuja. Give us a like and a following, and leave a comment in the comment section, because some of our family members have done that already, and I should be taking your messages. I see King Kennedy all the way from Cairo says, good morning to you all. I don't know the key to success, but the key to failure is trying to please everyone. All right, that's what King K says now. Good morning. Appreciate that one from you, King Kennedy. And I see also Francis Namadi. He says he's watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. Thank you. Appreciate. Good morning, my distinguished analyst in the studio. One of the major banes of this country is bad governance. Our political leaders should therefore come up with programs and policies aimed at improving the living standard of Nigerians. Which way, Nigeria? May God help us. And it continues on WhatsApp, also saying that the spate of banditry and kidnapping in this country is becoming alarming, worrisome, and nothing to write home about. The 3 tiers of government should come up with measures aimed at tackling insecurity in the country. May God help us, he says, again, reiterating. Also, thank you all the way from Enugu State. And we'll see you, Samuel from Kuje. And standing on protocols right there, my brother, he says, please, I want to ask, these killings of our policemen and all the security personnel in this country, does it mean that there is nothing to do about the killers of these our gallant men and women? All right, these people have families and relatives. It is only in this country that the security personnel are being treated as trash, especially their family members. The children and wives will be left in the hands of no one to care for them. It is high time the government put in place a wonderful insurance policy that will take care of our security personnel in this country. I rest my case, he says. Have a great and wonderful day. You too, Samuel. Appreciate. All right. And I'm looking at this one on here, and let's see what this one says. Okay, Abbas, this is a lot. Abbas, this is a lot. Please, I already mentioned this already. Please. All right, Abbas, I'll give it a shot, but please, let's try to reduce this, okay? Right, it says, standing on existing protocols now. On labor's and tariff hike, back in billions with or without subsidy removal. Asked yesterday said it's propaganda. Okay, I guessed you said it's a propaganda. All right, if you do proper analysis on how much these telcos are making in Nigeria, you'd be shocked. Only the sales of voucher by adding just 5 naira, these guys have made more than enough billions to cover up for whatever shortfall coming out of the subsidy removal. Their call for hike is unrealistic, unjustifiable. Take one of the pay TV sending her signals from South Africa into Nigeria marketers, but went ahead to increase subscription fees. Nigeria subscribers are the ones paying the huge cost of maintenance and signals transmission being done in South Africa. Obviously, Nigerians are being shortchanged by multinational companies importing services into Nigeria. Ironically, Nigeria's Labour Congress don't understand how to effectively challenge government policies before it has been implemented. All right, Labour should adopt alternative models rather than this Abbas, we've been corrected. It's not striking, please. It's protest, which is not producing results. Okay, Abbas reporting from Dutsei right there. Obang Udrak Daniel, God bless your day. Good morning, my brother too. That's talking about Comrade Ulo Basi. Says government suppression of peaceful protest and many other infractions against the citizens of Nigeria constitute impeachable offenses as enshrined in the 1999 Constitution as amended. But who will bail the cat? As it is today, neither the rubber-stamped National Assembly nor the judiciary that has become an annex of executive arm of government can initiate any resemblance of impeachment notice to the presidency. So, the call for such action against Tinubu government is dead on arrival because there's no strong institution to rely upon in the country as of today. May God Almighty save us from ourselves. Amen, he says. Okay, well, we'll get to this one here. And it's coming from Tekembi Hundu from Nasarawa State, my brother. Good morning. I think it is. All right. I think it's a typo, Tekembi. You might want to check it again. Well, I'm in Nasarawa State. EFCC and former NHIS boss. This organization is biased, one-sided, goes after perceived enemies, and avoid corrupt politicians close to the government. If anyone is corrupt but supports the government, EFCC will avoid them. Herdsmen are pushing Nigerians to the wall. If the government refuse to act, time is coming. Other Nigerians whose loved ones are being killed by herdsmen may be forced to fight back. Lastly, same way President Tinubu and Army generals seek for medical help abroad, they must seek for foreign help to end insecurity. Tekembi has always said and mentioned foreign help every now and then. All right, this one on here is coming from Austin Oganamano in Ado, Nasarawa State. Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed as a result of unrighteousness. 50 or 10 righteous people could not be found in these two cities, which later snowballed to the destruction of the two cities by God. Can 50 or 10 incorruptible people be found in Nigeria that would make God have mercy on Nigeria and turn things around for us? Corruption and all sorts of evil perpetrated on a daily basis. Killing for ritual purpose and unabated. Which way Nigeria? All right, everybody asking a question. Which way Nigeria right now? But well, let's go hear it from your voice notes this morning and see how we can maneuver with the time on here. All right, this is Eagles 102.3 FM in case you're just tuning in for the first time, and we shall begin with Dan from Kurudu, I believe. Yes. Okay. Excuse me. Just a little bit. Give me a little time. All right, we get on to it again.
Good morning, Eagles FM. Good morning, Nigeria. My name is Daniel from Kurudu. May the souls of those police that died in Osun State, may their soul rest in peace. It's a very sad one.
Amen.
I want to talk about the suspension of NSC, Nigeria Labour Congress, suspending the upcoming national-wide protest. Like I said before, NSC has no business in most of these private company organizations. It is a government policy that prompts them to hack the price of a tariff. So NSC should channel their energy to hold government accountable in most of the government policies. The price of petroleum, the price of diesel are not friendly in the market. How do you expect private business to move forward? NSC should also channel their energy to hold some state that has not paid 70,000 minimum wage. There are a lot of things NSC should do. God bless Nigeria. God bless Eagles FM. God bless all the callers of Eagles FM. Thank you very much.
All right. Appreciate that one from you.
Good morning to Uba Daniel, the man with the golden voice. Abdul from Suleja. I greet GB and I equally greet Al-Amin. It's been long that I have from Al-Amin. I hope all is well. No, Al-Amin and GB, we disagree and agree sometimes. So when it comes to the aspect of this protest, I know it won't hold water. I remember Sheikh Husani, I'm quoting Sheikh Husani, he was addressing President and he said, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu taught them how to protest. Do you remember the protest during the time of Jonathan, that Jonathan increased well? But he has been in power now. Can somebody go against Tinubu? Till Tinubu finish his tenure, nobody will protest against him. Now we are talking of electricity tariff, we are talking of high call tariff and data and so on and so forth. We have been talking of subsidy is done. See, this government, I remember the media chat. President say it has come to stay, and I'm telling you everything that we have in this government. Who will even go against the president to even talk about impeachment? Nobody will do that. So the only thing is that we are all into it, we are all into it. And now the electricity tariff, as I always say, the politics is over. We are facing the reality. I don't think the APC supporters are getting lesser, or PDP are getting higher, or ABGA, or Labour, or any other political party. We are all into it together. So let's enjoy the government. Thank you.
All right, let's enjoy the government. We are all into this together. All right, there's no escaping, he says. Well, we'll go take this one now on here. Honorable Edwards, it will be.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Honorable Edward Falato.
Yeah.
Well, I am well convinced with the suspension of this strike, which I prepared myself to join today. But I want to say, what I was after is that I have read in the paper this morning, I heard from you, I didn't see any discussion about the hike of electricity. The federal government to also increase the electricity. So that committee that was set yesterday to look into this, and then also going to discuss about electricity. Or maybe we want to go back and have another meeting federal government so that they can take another tea. That's what I'm sure something is wrong there.
Right.
Tinubu has been taking bold decision. To be honest, he has been listening to us. What about local government autonomy? Yes, see, can be say it. I don't want to start saying something. The removal of fuel subsidy has given us problem because it was wrongly removed. The money is going to government. What are the governors doing? That is not his fault. We need to support this man. Let's support him. Thank you, God bless.
All right, let's support him, he says. Honorable Edwards right there. Let's go see. I think this one will be coming from Eunice. Okay, where is it? Alrighty, let's jump into it already.
Eunice, I'm sending you a message for go to Marketplace already. We are doing good work. God bless you.
Thank you.
And I'm going from this protest. Honestly, this protest is very important because people are suffering. And the problem is that it's not about doing the protest. It's about solving the solution, what is going on. We need the solution. We need these people to help us. People are suffering. We don't even know. We don't know. And number two, about all those killing. Seriously, the government have to do something about this killing issue. And I just opened my phone this morning. The first thing that I was seeing at that man dead, honestly, is very painful. They should please help us. Please help us. We need help. This killing is too much. Please.
Alrighty, Eunice, I get that. I mean, killing is too much, she says. All right, this is where we will be calling it a close already, but appreciate this one from each and every one of you. It's been indeed a discourse. Honorable Edwards been asking a question. He wants to know, are we going to be a reactionary again? What is exactly the NLC's aftermath meeting with the relevant stakeholders, the reps members looking at the NCC and all of that? Is it a one-sided conversation about the telcos tariff hike? What about the electricity tariff hike? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about at the 9 o'clock hour. You best want to keep your ears glued onto this dial and, of course, keep your fingers crossed because we'll be looking into these different angles and these questions will be very, very pertinent in that hour. Right? But yeah, my name is Udwak Daniel. Thank you, and please get across social media platforms. The YouTube, subscribe. You're doing a great job, but we can still do more. YouTube at Eagles FM Abuja, Facebook at Eagles FM Abuja. Let's bombard it and spread your wings across every other social media platforms as you know it at Eagles FM Abuja. Good morning.